right, y'all. Welcome back to Community Reviews, Queen of Reality TV. Let's get a quick intro, and we're gonna get into this mess that it is, the ghetto-ness of it is of Neverevermets.
Kamisha Reviews.
I be forgetting this thing is up here. Okay, it's something new I got. I be forgetting this up here, so I was like, I can't. All right, look, we're gonna get into it. First of all, the famous queen of the recaps. Period. I'm going to let her do her thing and just not say anything because I want to have a peaceful life. All right, sister girl, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna make it fast because I did take a lot of notes, but I'm gonna take it.
You good?
So you got Clay and Tatiana after the Boom Boom Room and the other couples' reactions and how they night went. They got Clay's drunk rumbling, has Cinco and Jay speculating. Clay's best friend is a porn star. Then you got Kiki and Brittany talk about the her intimate connection to Todd, which is lacking. Clay friend arrives and she's doing the most with the welcome hug and she can't keep her hands off of him. Everybody discussing the entrance. Tatiana's told what happened, then came the fireworks. Tatiana confronts them. After that, the friend bashes Tatiana. And Clay asked Jamila to leave. There was an extremely long hug and he was holding her arm while walking away. The fellas talk with Clay about how that looks. Clay tells Tatiana about the baby, but she was more concerned with the disrespect. Then Tatiana's mom arrives. Jared says being in the relationship, which is it's exhausting to keep up the pace, which to me equals keeping his representative in the forefront is exhausting. Brittany being one of the ladies mentioned Brittany being physically playful with others but not Ty. Then we had Tati spell out F-U with the flowers. Tatiana has Clay call Jamila. The call was man disrespectful. Clay didn't protect Tatiana. They go see the therapist. Brittany and Ty go on a solo day at his home. Still no real connection. Chris and the lady had their friends arrive. It was boring. We'll get to that later. Clay is mad that Tatiana is not moving fast enough to go back to the way they were. And man, because his gaslighting lies and shenanigans outweigh his boom boom room performance. And this must work for him in previous relationships. Clay throws a temper tantrum, leaving, not leaving, then leaving again. Clay and Tatiana go home. Jared states Clay did what he did to get attention back on him. And Jared is still on his fuckboy shit. And in the next episode, Chris and the lady have a solo date. Jared has a confession to Charlie. Brittany and Ty have a disagreement.
Mm-hmm. It's the Chris and the lady for me at the end. Okay, so as you can see, I have the picture.
Tiger. You want me to start calling her the tiger?
No, I don't care. Actually, you called her late. I'm good with that. So you see the picture in the back. I want to, because literally is the first scene. Dina recap was perfect, actually. When I rewatched it again this morning, and so when she came in with Chris, and Chris, it was an accurate account of what he said. She zoomed past him and literally jumped. And now I would say the legs wasn't completely around his waist, but they were wrapped around the lower part of his legs.
That's true.
And that was at the end of the day. I'm gonna say this though, it was very disrespectful because I felt like when he came in, he barely said, "Oh, this is my girl, this is Tatiana," or whatever. Walked off and literally was just showing her the house, so excited, acting like he's showing everybody, "Hey guys, this is my girl. Hey." Come on, Dina, give me your thoughts. I know you ready. Come on.
Well, here's the thing. Just like old girl said, if she could have, maybe her pants was too tight or, she'd been overworked as a porn star and couldn't get her leg up that high. I don't know. But if she could have, she was trying to wrap her leg around that man in some kind of way or form. Now, I just recently watched the episode of All American, and when the sister came back, she hadn't seen him for a year. He did pick her up and spin her around, but there was no leg wrapping. Okay, so it's the leg wrap for me.
So you do,
and they hadn't seen each other in a year, TV wise,
right?
And these people haven't seen each other in a couple months.
Yes.
And I didn't like the fact that after the altercation, they had that long hug when he asked her to leave. And
Hey, Abby.
hey, and then when he walked her out, she was like holding on to his arm like
Mm-hmm.
she had 7-inch stilettos walking in grass or something. Like the girl couldn't keep her hands off of him. And the way she talked about anyways,
Stilettos
let me let
in
me
the
let me
club.
say that for when we get into
Okay.
the whole
Wait.
everything.
Stilettos in the club. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Saturday. I ain't going nowhere. I know why I'm saying all this. But one thing I will say, Chris brought this up. He said messy because let's think about it. The girls start talking about it along with what's the guy's name that's with Jay with the dread, not dreadlocks,
Cinco.
Cinco. They were talking about it. Now, I mean, I'm not saying they can't talk about it, but I'm just saying you guys were kind of hyping it up. She had no idea what was going on. Now let's say for instance nobody said anything, and then the whole scene where Chris was acting like her, that was a no. I'm sorry. Now
Well, and here's also the
that,
thing.
that was a L.
The only reason why I think everybody made such a big deal about it is because when he was drunk rambling about her being a porn star or whatever. And
Okay,
so the whole house was hyped to see who's this chick coming. And
right.
then you make this grand entrance. So yeah, everybody's talking about it. If he'd have said she was a librarian and she showed up in a button-down shirt and some black slacks looking like a cater waiter, nobody would have said nothing. But she showed up looking like she's about to be on the next episode of the female WWE or something.
She looks like she could be on baddies, but
That too.
Betty shot o'clock. But what I'm trying to say is this: I get that, Mama, and you are correct on that. That was Abby. That was not his sister. That was allegedly his best friend since they were 7. Now, what I'm going to say to that, Dina, is like I said, I agree with you, but they still was messy by talking about it, knowing that she didn't know what was going on. Now, if that was like your girl, and sister girl, like hey, this is real talk. Aside them being messy, he did hop on her, and I just want you to know because you didn't see it. If that was on
Well,
some shit, like
if that's the
you
case,
see what I'm
why didn't
saying?
y'all tell her about the baby?
But no, I'm just what I'm saying is we're gonna get that. This will be next because the next thing is she talked about to her sister. I just want to address that because I feel like everybody was being messy by talking about it. That's all I feel about that.
Yeah,
But
they was being messy by talking about it, but they actually went to her and told her about this hug. But y'all concerned about a hug. Why ain't y'all told her about this baby?
come
And
on,
now
come
she's
on
so
now.
mad about the disrespect. She don't even give a damn about the baby. Like he told her about that baby. She was like, F that. You brought this girl in here
Look.
disrespecting me. That was the furthest thought from her mind.
So one thing I will say when he was out, and that's one thing I didn't like. He took her all the way outside to have this private conversation. I was like, "What is going on here?" Because to me, it's given this is your girl. Debbie said that she the baby mama, and it was really confusing because she's like, "Oh, you didn't tell her about the baby yet," and I was like, "Okay." It seems like she feels like he should have told her about the baby, and I was on her side at that moment, not the jumping on the part, but I was on her side when she seemed like she had some empathy for Tatiana not
Right,
knowing.
but then she got mad, disrespectful, talk, calling her barbaric.
Oh yeah.
That's
Well,
not a good look for your child.
we ain't gonna go there
And
yet.
giving the
Hold
phone
on,
conversation. Yeah, no,
hold on, Tina.
he hit that
So,
before. I don't give a fuck what
so
nobody say. He hit that before, and she
I
probably ruined
agree.
every relationship
I
he got.
agree. I agree. I really do agree with that. I feel like, and then the whole house was talking about it because when Alexis picked up Chris, which was weird.
Weird.
Like, wait, I am like confused by this whole scene, and I was like, well,
Well, he wasn't gonna risk throwing his back out again to pick her up and reenact.
I'm just saying the whole dynamic of older woman, younger man picking up my baby.
Yeah, put
I
that
don't know.
comment up. Abby just said.
Wait, man, what she say?
Oh, now that's strategic. He brought old girl to distract from the fact he got a baby.
Oh, come on, Abby.
Yeah,
Come
because
on,
her
Abby.
jealousy.
Yes.
Look, you just gave this man some, right? Now there's another woman within 12 hours from you giving this man some. There's another woman with her little skanky paws all over your man.
Okay, so let's talk about when Tatiana went outside, and I swear to God, when I said baddie for real, I really was like, because old girl trying to grab her. You can't grab her after you just told her that she jumped on him. So let's talk about that real quick.
Girl, I thought
no,
I was watching
wait a minute.
Zeus for a split second.
But when she went and told her, to me, it's like, bro, you went and told her this. What did you think
Mm-hmm.
she was going to do? If you come in here
Mm-hmm.
telling me, Dina, if you come in here telling me, Carisha, she jumped on your on Reggie's da da da. You're not gonna be able to stop me. I'm immediately moving in that direction, and I don't know what's about to happen. But you gonna have to come to be a witness because you already know what's about to go down. So to me, for her to come out and try to grab it, calm it down, you can't give the gasoline and fire and then try to put it out with water. Mama, no, it's too late. You started that flame. Let it go. Sorry,
They
baby.
was trying to put that fire out with cooking oil.
Let me tell you something. Shit, Tina. When she went outside with the boots on, she said, I just hugged him like we always hug. She said, that is not a hug. And then I don't like how he was coming to her. First of
Okay.
all, wait a minute. When she came outside, the movement that he made was to protect his friend because he
Right.
immediately went to Tatiana to tell her to stop her, sorry, for coming towards old girl. I didn't like that.
I don't know who gonna get the number one fuck boy, Clay or Jared, but I really Clay is in my number one spot right now because of the way he acted in that moment, the way he don't seem to understand how anything operates in the mind of a human being, not just a woman, a human being. The level of disrespect and the level of not of him not protecting her was out of control. And then you got the nerve to get mad because she didn't jump right back into after therapy like everything was, tulips and roses, and y'all was going back to the boom boom room that night. I wish a nigga would.
Hey, La Queen, she was more mad about the hug than the baby. That's what that Dina said. But look, when she came outside with that cup of champagne, I don't know what she. Wait, I guess she did have champagne in the
Wine,
float.
whatever. It was
What?
talking about
Why?
this
What?
time he
Well,
on
hold on.
his
Wait.
shirt.
But when she came outside, and she said to her about that wasn't no fucking hug, and she said, if you don't want me to hug him anymore, I won't. But girl, you knew what you were doing when you did that.
We've been doing this since we was
No,
7.
ma'am. No,
There's
ma'am.
plenty of
No, ma'am.
pictures of you picking me up.
No, man, that's some bull. You know why I say that? Because you knew you were coming on a show where the cameras are gonna be rolling. You
Mhm.
also knew there were gonna be a gang of people watching you guys. Miss me with that crap, girl. You wanted a moment. You made
Mhm.
it a moment. You wanted a scene. She gave it to you. She ate that because baby, it wouldn't been a water or juice or anything. I been coming at you. I swear to God, that was
She would have
trash.
been in the pools trying to find her wig.
That was ridiculous. Come on there half naked and high. And that's another thing. You hopped on him and Clavassier over there trying to pull her back and giving and old girl coming up grabbing the glass. I just did not like that scene at all. Do not come and touch me if you already knew I'm about to come over here and pop off. Get out my
Mhm.
face, girl. Ebby said he protected the friend because he knows her. He just popping old girl.
Yep. And that's why I
Oh,
said he
oh,
he
Jesus.
he in the number one spot for fuckboy 2025. I'm gonna get him a stash and everything with his sassy ways, his extra wide hips.
Mm-mm. So she said the drink is about to be on your face. And she said, so don't insult me. She was, I guess Jamila, her name, was being calm, and I understand all that stuff, but Jamila
She
knew
knew
she
what
was
she was
wrong.
doing.
She knew she was doing. And then this is the part I didn't like as well. So once she goes in the house, she tells her this is not a person that thinks should be around your baby. Like she has an issue with a lot of different things. She's jealous.
Called her barbaric.
And then you sitting here outside talking to her is my other issue. There's countless of photos of videos of you picking me up. Girl, how would she know that? And who gives a shit? If he is in a relationship and
Back
then
off.
he gonna sit here and say, I'm lost. I'm trying to process this. My question is, sir, why are you outside talking to her and not inside talking to
I'd have left
Tatiana?
her where she was and been like, I gotta go check on my girl. This was inappropriate. But he didn't. He had to wait till the fellas sat him down and explained what he was supposed to do. And then you ain't even go back and talk right. The first thing, well, you know who told me to get you them flowers? My best friend told me to get you the flowers. Like, dude, you
Who
could have
get
kept
girl,
that. She
girl?
don't want to hear nothing remotely involving that girl. She want an apology for the disrespect. She want to feel respected.
Mhm.
You should have never brought that girl's name up or best friend in the conversation, because now that sounds like you can't even do anything as a man yourself. You got to have somebody else telling you to do it, and the girl only told him to do it because she probably want flowers from him too, and
Probably
that's the
so.
only reason why he probably brought her to make her jealous with Tati, and then it reversed and Tati got jealous. Then he knew that was an opportunity for him to talk about the baby because she was already so escalated on something else.
Mhm.
That boy, he got work. He don't have PTSD. He got PTS stupid. That's what it is.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. That PTA is stupid. But look, check this out. Why is it they talked outside for about maybe 3 to 4 minutes, and then he finally says, well, I think that you should go so she can calm down. Then they do a long ass hug. I'm like, bro, is she going to the army? What is happening? Like you act like you are so
He
in
was
love
sending
with
her off
her.
to war
I
or
don't.
something.
I just don't understand. She didn't got, and then on the way in, she grabs, like you were saying, grabbed his arm. They're walking in together. Like after all of that,
Wait, and did you see the second hug? Because after she came out the bathroom and they was walking outside, she was hugging him from behind.
so as they're walking in, to me, it's like he's, how he's like he escorted her in. I don't understand. Then you got the guy sitting here talking to her, and to me, talking to him, you a grown ass man. Okay,
Mhm.
this is not your uncles or some shit. You got to be told what to do as a grown ass man. You don't know what to do. The guys are literally saying you haven't even apologized this whole entire time. Like, bro, and they're like, get up. What are you waiting for? Like, all the guys was like looking at him saying, I'm trying to help you because you're looking like a simp. You're moving like a simp and you're acting like you don't have the brain cells to put it together. Like this is ridiculous. And so she's pissed and she's sitting there. And he's like, I want to apologize. The flowers I got for you, my best friend. To me, that was like you said, Dina. For him to start out that way, why would you say anything about her? And then to jump in and tell them about the doggone secret love child, to me was crazy. Like you knew what you were doing. Just like I'm starting to follow what Ebby is saying. This was a strategic move. You knew this was going to spark more. That's why he kept on saying, "Oh, I'm not going to tell her until she comes." You knew what you were doing, and you're meeting her mom today, sir. Get it together. Where's the self help book for you? Because you need something. I can't, Dina. I
He
feel
just
bad for
he
her.
just he just like Jared. He wanted to crack. That's it.
I just felt bad for her, especially when her mom
Mhm.
came. When her mom came
She
in,
took it well. I think she took it well because she only did f you with the flowers. I'd have been trying to bleach clothes.
well, bleach clothes, might have even burned them outside, big old field in the back. But I felt bad for her because the embarrassing part
Hmm.
for women, it's that's rough to be embarrassed by the guy you're saying you like, because to me you want to feel protected, you want to feel like that he has your back. He wasn't doing that. He was really protecting the friend and showing her the love that he should have been showing her, and it made her look stupid. Then they had been intimate together the night before, cooking together, so she feels played and looks like an idiot,
Hmm.
not just in front of old girl but in front of everybody in the house. They're talking about her regardless of how cool she's saying they are with the girls. They are all talking about the two of them this entire episode. And for the everybody else, it's easier for them because, oh, well, I ain't gotta talk about me and my dysfunctions. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying earlier, they're all worried about this and that, and nobody talk about the baby. To me, they're
Right.
all messy. And I know it ain't their business, and I get it. But for y'all to all whisper as women and say, "Oh yeah, he has a baby," and she didn't know. That's weird as hell to me. What you
Right.
think
But
about
you
that,
ran in there about that hug, but you didn't
girl?
even say nothing about no baby.
Exactly. That's what. Come on, Dina. You on it today. I just think that's really odd to me. Like, why wouldn't you say, "Look, Mama, it ain't my business. I'm sorry to tell you this, but he has a whole baby." And I get that's heavy. I get it. It's heavy. But you going to spark a whole argument to the point that people left the doggone show because of a damn jump and run hug. Come on, come on, man, get out of here. But the part where she cried with her mom affected me because I'm a mom and I'm a daughter, just like you are as well. And so to me, I felt like if that was my kid, how would I feel? First of all, I would have been angry. I'm not gonna lie. If I walked in the house and you're not crying because you're happy to see me, but you're crying because that fool hurt you, oh, it's gonna turn
We
to a
look,
different
you
show.
know what I'm saying? We'd have both been going. As a matter of fact, I would have been going to jail. I'd have told her to sit down. I got this. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take pity on the old lady. I got this, cause baby, I don't give a bang how big Clay is. Nope. I'd have popped his little BBL ass. That's what I'd have did.
Because as soon as you see your child, when you hug
And
and she starts to
her
cry,
one of my kids, I tell people all the time. Don't fuck with my family, my
Oh yeah.
feelings, or my finances.
Period. Period. I feel the same exact way. My daughter starts crying, and anytime with me, I lose it. I can't handle it. That's why when the mom started crying too, I got what she was saying. Her mom was gorgeous, by the way. She's sitting there
Mm-hmm.
listening to her daughter say all these things, and I love how she's like, as a mother, you want your child to have the best, right? Even if it's not the best guy, he's okay or whatever, but you don't want to see him hurt you when you could just do better and move on. Because as a mother, I would have
Mm-hmm.
said, baby, look, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be with him or nothing like that. I think that she genuinely cared about that him, and I really feel like that she was hurt, and he wouldn't let her have time. Okay,
No, he was impatient, gaslighting, being narcissistic, and an attention whore.
very much
Like, how
so.
you drop all these bombs on somebody and then expect them to get right back to the boom boom room? Not saying to that extreme,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't want him to touch me neither.
So the whole thing, I want to segue a little bit. Jared and Charlie, the whole time talking about these two, and that's how I know that this couple is going to be another one because this whole entire time, and then the only thing he does say is, "I was married for 3 years, and it was draining and exhausting, and I did it for a long time. It didn't work out for me, and so he wants to wait till he finds that person that doesn't make him feel exhausted after a while." And I'm like, bro. So to me, I just felt like that's all. That's a little bit that he said, but they most talked about two of them. And now let's talk about this Todd situation. So I see Brittany Jay. It's Jay talking about. Jay says Brittany, she gets very touchy feeling, and I think she said that because for one thing, she was touchy feely with Cinco. I'll just be honest, he was. So my thing is, I don't understand why is it that she is touchy feely with other guys, but not with her own. Go ahead, Dina. Your thoughts.
Cause she don't like him, and she got all this other eye candy, and she probably know that some people's relationships got cracks in it. And just like that last season, when what's that one boy liked one of the other girls that was there.
Oh, you. Oh, shoot. I can't. No shade. People don't realize that when the season is over, we forget you, Mika. So I don't. I forgot. I'm not trying to be funny.
I forgot what their names is too, but he was there with one girl, and he liked the other girl. I think they was both like Nigerian or from Africa somewhere. They had a similar background,
Mm.
and the girl he was with was a little mouthy, and the other girl that was from where he was from was more submissive, and he was kind of gravitating to her, and everybody in the house noticed it. She probably just trying to test her waters to see if somebody else might give her a little more feeling than Ty, because Ty is doing absolute, like, this man then cooked you crab legs and brought your favorite wines, took you to his home, had the Freddie Jackson playing in the background,
I
and
mean,
you barely
let it
gave
out.
the boy a kiss. Come on, you don't like him.
When I say that was romantic, baby, when I saw the menus, I was like, that is so cute to me. But and I'm gonna be honest, with you, and there's nothing wrong with the fact that she doesn't like him. If you're not attracted to the
Just
guy,
say it.
I say keep it real. He is a funny guy. He's a life of the party. Not all women are attracted to guys like that. It's not saying there's nothing wrong with him. I think he's a cute guy and I think he's funny. He has a great personality. But sometimes those funny guys or whatever, some girls don't like that. You know
And
what I'm
if
saying?
you don't like them, that's fine. Nobody on
Right.
this
I
is
agree.
saying go and be with somebody you don't want to be with for the sake of the show. If you don't like them, leave.
That's all I'm saying. That's what Bruce said about Red to Love. Don't play this role where you know you do not like this person. What's the purpose of you sitting here and I could feel like that over time he likes her a lot
Mm-hmm.
more. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that's not fair to him because if you know you're not feeling him, if you're not attracted to him, Kiki asked the right questions. And she was just like, she was like, are you not attracted to him or something like that? And, it's something. You barely kissed the man, made you a full course meal and had you a whole date and probably washed the dishes and everything. You just want to be catered to and all this. It's giving stuck up a little bit. It's giving a little stuck
It's
up.
giving. He could be doing that for a woman that would appreciate it and
Yes,
reciprocate.
yes. Come on, Dina. Yes. Give it to somebody who actually would want it and appreciate it because you do not, mama. And it's not fair you putting him through this. I do not agree with that. If she said, I don't like him, I would respect that because that's how she feels and she's allowed to feel that way. But for you to
Mm-hmm.
keep on doing this, knowing you don't like him, it's not cool to me. Okay, so the next scene is when they have the FU flower. Baby, it was it for me. I was like, oh my God. She's out there doing her yoga, got the FU flower. First of all, you should have expected that to happen, sir. You said she told me to give you flowers. That's just like the side chick giving the dude she messing with advice. Go ahead and get your wife some flowers. What are we doing here, sir? This makes no sense at all. Go ahead. What you think about that, mama? The flowers on the floor.
I'm in total agreement. Although I probably would have went a step extra and put him in a fucking blender and poured it over his head. But go ahead.
Ooh, baby, that would be everything. And then when he came downstairs, like Kim, whoa, outside. Kimar, Kimar, something going on. I'm sorry. When he came in, and I know she's tending to her baby, and when he saw the flowers, the roses, he trying to talk to her, and Cinco was like, "She's standing right here. Talk to her." Everyone leaves the kitchen, and he just says, "I want to apologize." And she said, "If I was to say I love you, and say I respect you, don't respect you, if I keep doing the same thing, I think genuine." He was like, no. He said, "I'm not perfect." He said, "You the girl coming here and tried to make me look dumb." And this is the thing about it, whether it was intentional or not, I don't know how. Epi said, "You can't be funny and funny looking. Pick a struggle." I wasn't ready. Oh my God. I hate you to watch the show. You should just brought your ass up here, Abby, just so you could do that. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Help me.
Bombs at sea. Defusing bomb now. Get out of there. It's gonna blow.
Oh, my Lord, that was funny. Woo! That made me laugh so hard. Okay. So what I was going to say was the part about, the embarrassing part, her saying you let her prance around and do all these things. She was embarrassed, and I don't understand why he doesn't get that, right? And so she said you walked out the door with her. You chose her and not me. You didn't come check on me, because he did choose her in that moment. Mm-hmm. He still chose her. You know what I'm saying? He acted like he doesn't understand anything. And so she was like, "I'm like you to call her and let her know everything. I want to hear the conversation, because I can't, if I can trust with somebody that's your quote unquote best friend, and now you got baby mom too, how am I supposed to trust you with another woman? And this is a long distance relationship." I was like, girl, okay. So the phone call, we are going to get into that. It's like to me, I got what she was saying with that. I damn sure. In fact, I would have went a little further. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have said, "Hey, tell her to come over here and let's have a conversation face to face, baby. That's where no phone call can't do it. I want to be face to face call." Is what I would have said. So he called. He said, "I wanted to let you know that the shit you did yesterday, we did. He said it was a lot. It was not cool." She goes, "We've been best friends since I was like 7 years old. I've always hugged you." And she said, "Can we clarify that was not a regular hug?" Okay. I like that girl so much, because it was not a regular hug. Mm-hmm. How is it that okay, let me just keep going, because I don't get how she don't understand that. She says there's a difference between giving somebody a hug and jumping into his arms and wrapping your legs. That's obviously not gonna be okay with somebody's girlfriend. She says, "I did not wrap my legs around him." So everybody's in the kitchen listening. This is also ghetto. And she's like, "Hey, everybody, y'all saw it." Nobody said anything. Okay. First of all, it was Jared wearing the bonnet for me. I just realized that. Why is he wearing the bonnet? Why is Jared wearing the bonnet, Dina? Oh my God, Jesus! I just saw that. I'm sorry. Oh Lord! So she said, "Look, when she brought the porn star up, because wait a minute, what did she say?"
I knew when I saw you, you were below my tax bracket.
Yes. So to me, that was low. You're pissed off because she's calling you out because you jumped on her man, and you're pissed off. Talking about the tax bracket is.
And Tati had on the better outfit.
She did, and she's cuter. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. She said drinking wine out of a champagne flute yesterday. She said I could drink out of the. I want to. Tati, I was getting so mad. I was like, if she would have saw her, I believe she would have knocked the crap out of her. So at this moment, let's go ahead and get to the real tea. At this moment, While she's saying all these things, Clay didn't say anything.
No, we just sitting there like a dum dum holding the phone.
That girl is going off. And wait, I can't. I'm typing fun. Every! Oh Lord, how you got me cackling you in the chat per usual? Doesn't matter. She said she's typing up under the. Ooh, okay now.
You know, Evie got bars. She gonna have us on the flow.
Well, she said she was typing from under this man that she had right now. Is why she said she'll be back in action next week. People are different from what's normal for some is not for. I'm sorry. People are different. What's normal for some is not for others. Okay. But my thing is this: he's sitting there while she is going off about his allegedly quote unquote girlfriend, and you're not defending her. Again, to me, if a man can't make a choice, and to me, you make a choice if you say, hey, stop saying this stuff. This is my girl. He made a choice the first 5 minutes, we just kept quiet. He chose his best friend, quote unquote. Because why would you defend your girlfriend and say, hey, stop saying this is my girl? You can't say that about her. We were wrong. Or whatever you would have said. So
Yeah,
Dina,
this
go
ain't
ahead.
the time and place for that. That's not how you gonna talk to her. That's not how if you love me and we best friends and you gonna have to love who I be with. You can't talk to them like that. That's not gonna be good for us in the future. Anything. He just sat there. PTS stupid.
There's I just don't get it. Whoa, what's going on, my boy over there? I just don't get it. Now, I will say one thing about Ty. I felt like that. I know we had the date and everything else. Didn't they go somewhere too? They went somewhere, right? They got in a van and
No,
drove.
they just went to his house.
There we go. That's what I want to say. Okay. You knew you were going to his house. And I'm not saying that you have to do anything. I want to make sure I make this disclaimer first before, okay? But you were going to his home. You could have done that at the place which y'all did.
She
could
didn't
have
know that. She knew they were going on a solo date, but somewhere in the ride or his confessional, he was like, "She don't know we're going to my house and I'm cooking all her favorite things." It was a surprise date. She didn't know they was going to their house, to his house, till they got there.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that part. Got you. Well, I'm not sure if that was a good surprise. If you were already struggling, you're not physical, no touching or anything. I think him choosing to be at his house was a bad idea. I really
I
do.
don't necessarily think so. I think he kind of felt like I don't think he was initially like trying to, go all the way, but
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm
I
not
think
saying
maybe
that.
he felt like if they were away from everybody else, that maybe they would be able to open up more intimately or, get some intimacy, which intimacy is different than the full act of intercourse.
Mhm.
But even when, he was telling her she was looking good and he wanted to smack it, and he even asked permission to smack it, and she's like, you did not have consent. Like, yeah, it was just bad.
I didn't kill my nerve. Oh, no, it was just bad. Okay, so to me, as I stated, I think it was a bad idea because I feel like that he did not read the room. I get what you're saying by Dina pulling her away, but she wasn't giving the vibes in the house. I
Mm-mm.
just think that if she had been a little touchy feely or something, maybe going to the house and separating herself from everybody else might have been a good idea. But in my opinion, she didn't give him anything. So I feel like he did not read the room really well. He should not have taken her there. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the therapy session with Clavassier and
Wait, what
Tatiana.
did he say? I'm confused.
Wait, that ain't his girlfriend. That's his coochie of the week. We need to borrow a couple of stacks next month. His friend will give him while the coochie won't. So I guess the porn star will give money and coochie, and Tatiana is out. Because that ain't his girlfriend.
Maybe the best friend is giving the money, but she not giving the coochie. So he go out and get coochie from
Mm.
somebody else. I'm guessing. I don't know. I need Abby to elaborate.
I hate this. Okay, so hold on. Miss B said, how you doing, guys? Welcome. Y'all get the like button and subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all follow Dina. Hit the like button. Cash App if you're feeling me. I forgot to put my QR code up if y'all wanted to. Crap. My dog is snoring so loud right now. God, dog. Okay, so that's my QR code. So Bia said I'm late, but just wanted to say that best friend that jumped on that guy like that and then continued to touch all on him and linking arms after his girl said she didn't like him was crazy. It sure
Mhm.
was. It sure was. So they go into the therapy session. Tatiana was so cute in that pink baby. It was giving,
That was a cute outfit.
and her makeup and everything was really cute. The therapy session to me was a waste of time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because they didn't even
Um,
talk about the baby.
it was a waste of time, and he kept on saying like when he saw Tatiana get all upset, uh, it was she was a different person. She's like I felt unprotected, like he didn't care about my feelings. He still laid it on thick, like oh she was so different. I didn't know she was gonna be like that. Like I don't understand. She said I want to see her text messages. I get between him and her, and he said no. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like the therapy session was a waste of time. I think they should just jump
Mhm.
to them leaving. I'm sorry. So she talking to him like your primary issue is your friend not telling the truth, and he just looks like he doesn't get it. Even with the doctor, excuse me, saying he just like yeah. He's talking about he's emotionally exhausted and stressed and overwhelmed. What?
You brought all this on yourself. Number one, you shouldn't have even been on the damn show because you got a baby. Okay, that you
Yeah.
have not told her about. And even if you do the math, you could have been out there hitting it and quitting it and had a one night stand like Charlie, and then boom, you got a baby. Because I think the baby's 2 months old and
3 months, I
they've been
think.
dating for 8 months. So you could have been, hey, what's up, girl, and went to the club that night and got somebody pregnant and never saw that person again. You could have just came out with it and said it. But nope, you came on the show with your secret. You waited till you hit it to bring out your porn star best friend, which you either secretly want to hit or have secretly hit in the past. And then you drop the baby when she's already escalated on the disrespect. Classic fuckboy behavior.
Mm. All right, so now we have more people coming over. I think it's that lady's friend or best friend or whatever, and then Chris cousin. Chris's cousin looks.
Oh,
Wait,
okay. Abby elaborated. Okay, I get it now.
hold on, let me see what she said. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, Miss B got a good question too.
Hold on. Let me see. Okay. He defended his friend because her money long and he needed. She got it while his girl only got coochie to give and got to go back home. It's all over. He took his bag. Ah, yes, yes, yes. His best friend. Wait, is the best friend the mother of his child? No, no. She made it clear she's a godmother of the baby. Now, he did mention that. He's the baby 3 months old and she's a godmother of the baby. And this is crazy. She knew about the baby and the girlfriend doesn't know about that. That's all of that is just a mess to me. How is it that she knows and she doesn't? That's your girl at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Lex is talking to their best friend now, or whatever, and Chris is talking to his cousin about, and he asked, was she better online than in person? He said it's a 10-year age gap, saying she's 45. He said when I seen her, I thought she looked a bit like a cougar, a little tiger. And they both started laughing about it. She's 45. He said I've dated two older women before, but they weren't controlling type. That she's very aggressive. She's very controlling. Remember, like she did just pick the man up. Okay. He said I
And
want her.
she's pushing the sex narrative.
Well, yes, because even the friend is like, I got some condoms for you. He says she pushes sex stuff really, really hard. I mean, he, he he wants her to calm down, and then eventually he do that. But he feels like she needs to be more submissive to go to the boom boom room. I'm like, he's to me. I feel like she pushes sex so much, and like I'm never worked
It's a
hard for a
turn
young
off.
boy. It is. It
We
is
say
a
that
turn off.
about men, and this is just the reverse. Like, the one that's always asking you to send pictures or when I'm gonna come over or when we gonna do it. That is just like let it happen naturally and organically. A lot of women feel that same way about men who over sexualize conversations, dates, or situations, and you'd be like, you just talked yourself out of something because now I'm turned off.
I mean, it is what it is. But the thing about it is, I do understand women are allowed to, what I'm saying, want that to want to be physical with their man. But at the same time, if their man is telling you to calm down and to chill, you need to do that because that's his love language, whatever that might look like. And you're not listening to it, you're just still pushing that narrative. It gives giving, you're just pushing it because you just don't care, right? That's all I'm saying, right? So as she is talking, and I'm sorry, Chris. There was a question that the best friend or whatever her name is asked Chris. What did you think about when you first saw her? And she was like, I want her to be. He said, I think she's beautiful, but I want her to be more fit. I understand fitness is important. It's important to Chris. Chris has always. Oh, thank you for the super chat, baby girl. It has always been important to Chris for me fitness. I just worked out for 45 minutes. I got white beans on the stove for my protein. I've been on this health journey for about 7 months and lost over 41 pounds. Actually, more than that. And I'm excited. I am excited to get to the point where I get to show you guys what I've been doing.
And I
And
found your 41 pounds.
shut up. And so when people post pictures of me back in the day, which I still thought was gorgeous, beautiful, and a very common black woman, I don't care about none of that type of shit. Bald headed and all. I'm about to really blow your mind. And I won't have anybody telling me I gotta get fit because I'm damn near there. So when he said that, as a man, I thought that to me, that was the most honest thing that Chris has probably said on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when I met him in person, when we weren't recording or whatever, we was talking about fitness. It's very important to him. And so to me, I did find it strange because she's not a fit person. You know, I'm just being honest. It's not a drag or anything. This is just facts. She's not a fit person. And so for me, I just thought that was just a bad match. And she is way older than him. So in my opinion, he said he's only dated two older women. That's not his preference. Her preference is younger men. She said it on more than one occasion, all the time.
You never had to work this hard for a young boy.
I mean, I'm just saying, but I'm just be laughing. But I'm just saying
Or
that
at least
for,
half of it.
but I'm just, you know, he said it in a nice way. He was straight up about it. You know, I think she's beautiful, but she needs to get fit in the shape. And even when the best friend, the cousin, or whatever was talking to her, saying that the mouth and calm down and everything else, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, y'all know how I feel about the relationship. It's not really a real thing, but we talking about the show for the show to be on. And I'm ready for it to be over with, so I'm just doing commentary. Period. Okay. So go ahead, Dina. Give your thoughts, Mama.
I ain't got no thoughts on them people because it's fake.
Okay. So at the end of the day, let's get into the fakeness and the weirdness of it all. This girl is hurt. Tatiana is trying to adjust and everything else, and I'm not understanding why this man is just not giving her, you know, an opportunity to heal instead of pushing her. And that's not, you're not giving her room. You're not giving room to breathe. Go ahead,
Mm-mm.
Mama. Your thoughts about that?
No, I just felt like I can see in the past, and some of us have done this and some of us will never, but somebody hurts you or something happens, and
Mhm.
within 24 to 48 hours, you know, y'all half-ass discuss it and sweep it under the rug, and then y'all
Right.
back to playing nice because y'all got to go to somebody's auntie's cousin's weddings, graduation, whatever, and you put on the face and you get back together. But then 5 or 6 months down the line, something happened again. That lump under the rug getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think that he just thinks that, hey, I apologize. We went to therapy. We should be back at where we was. And sometimes it takes a person a little bit longer. And if he could have just let her have her night to be sit in her feelings, then you know it could have been better in the morning. But he wanted everything like the microwave age. He wanted everything right now. And when
Yes,
he didn't have
yes.
his way, now you ready to go. And she said, if you're gonna leave, leave. If you're gonna stay, you
Yep.
know, I'm here to work on it. He didn't even hear that. It's, you know, so he was ready to go. He was ready to go. He probably had old girl waiting in them at waiting for him at the
I
hotel.
probably texted and told him. Now, one part I think that Lex said a comment about tied him saying, "Y'all went on a whole date and all you did was kiss." Like to me, again, Chris was talking about her being messy and saying stuff. Why would you even say anything like that? You
I
guys
mean,
haven't
it
gone
was
now.
in
Y'all
her
hadn't gone to boom boom
confessional.
room,
It
huh?
was in her confessional.
Yes, it was, but still, I don't think she should be saying anything at all. Like to me, you haven't even gone to boom boom room yourself, and you're friendly with your condom, but yet no condom has been open yet. So I don't understand.
And
So
they won't be.
it's, so this man Brandon said he been talking to this man Clavasier for he's so tired of talking to him like this is crazy. Now he talking about I'm about to go and he want everybody. He's like a spoiled kid in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like he she's not. I'm not all the way in. I'm just tired of it. She's mad. She's mad. When women are hurt, you have to understand it and let her be mad for a while. She got embarrassed in
And
front of
dude,
everybody.
you had this woman all over you, and you got a 2 month
Come
old
on.
baby.
And then like how Brandon was like, you if you leave, this is a waste of time. And he up here smiling. The men are like, bro, what are you doing? You're not making us. I love how the men. I'm gonna keep it real. I love how
Mm-hmm.
the men was at him like, bro, what are you doing? Like you are doing the most, and you're acting like a kid. and you're walking around and throwing your hand like you're 12 years old, baby, it couldn't be me. I would have said, bro, get your shit and get up out of here. 'Cause I'm leaving right behind you. And you didn't pack your bags up like what? This is not summer camp. That's what he was acting. Mama, I want to
Mm-hmm.
go home. Pick me up, mama. I'm ready to go. Like, you know, one of those kids he drop off the first day and then
Mm-hmm.
he want to come back to the house. Like, now he want to start back at what?
Right. He just felt like they went to therapy and everything was great and they was gonna be in the boom boom room that night.
Yes, that's what he thought. I agree. I really
And the
do
fact
agree.
and that's how relationships are in real life. Like if we've been arguing all day, don't touch me. Like you lucky she was sitting there playing chess with you.
Right. Brandon said he didn't have 45 minute conversation with this guy. He said he is done. And he talking about I don't want to waste my time.
Multiple 45-minute
That's sad. That's
conversations.
sad. So the thing that Tatiana told him, she said, you don't really want to let me take my time at all. You know, if you want to go home, just go and stop playing with me. He said he's not playing. And she said, if you want to work this to work, I'm here. She even said that. Then he said, I started packing. You wanted to go. She just told you after all of that, I'm
All
here.
of
And your response is, I'm still packing. I started packing, and he put his hands up in the air. I didn't like that. I know they're trying. I'm not gonna repeat with that. But that to me, he is very low, and his brain cells are an empty. I don't know what's
low
going on with him.
vibrational and sassy. I
He's
say it.
not the sassiness, but I just think that he is crass. He's he's a child. He's like 12 years old, like he's a little kid. He wants somebody to feed him and hold him. Mama, pick me up, and all this. Man, go sit down
I'm
somewhere.
telling you what it is. He did everything right to get her into the boom boom room, and he thought his boom boom room performance was going to supersede the bullshit, and it did not.
Yeah, I got it. Then you're talking about I'm gonna go tell everybody. No, I already told everybody already. You already told everybody you were leaving. Let's start with that. Your plan was to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming to tell Tatiana after the fact was also disrespectful to me. Very disrespectful. Like I just think he's just a little bitty kid. That's it.
He wanted her to be like, "Oh no, don't leave me. We can work this out." But she stood 10 toes down. Said, "If you want to leave, leave. If you stay, we can work on it."
And then Chris is telling, what's the name? Well, everybody was messy, talking about how he jumped on him. Well, okay, Chris, you were right there with him, giggling and sniggling,
Have
and imitating the girl. Get out of here. I'm sorry. You can't even do that. He shouldn't even said nothing. He can't even call her messy because you doing the same exact thing you told her you didn't want her to do. Make that make sense to me.
I mean, but they was all in on it though. At that point,
No, I
everybody
know. But I'm
trying
saying
to
is
one up everybody in the
right,
reenactment or the statement. You know how
right. No,
a
no,
bunch
I
of
get
people
it.
sitting around doing that. So they was
No, I'm
all.
saying he shouldn't have said it. No, all I'm
Oh
saying
yeah,
is just
yeah, yeah.
he shouldn't
I
have said
agree. He
anything.
shouldn't have
Right.
said nothing because he was right in the thick of it.
Baby, as soon as he got in the car, she was already packing her stuff up too. And them closets were really cute, by the way, how they had it set up. But I just really felt bad for her. She just was like, it's just too much. And she's a beautiful girl. That's the thing about it with me. And I'm no shade to the old girl, Jolene or whatever her name is. I might be wrong
Not
about the name.
Jolene.
Ah, Jolene, Jolene,
Jolene.
Jolene. Oh my god!
That should have been her name.
Oh, oh, my stomach is killing me. Oh my god. I don't forgot the girl name. But either way it goes.
Jamila.
Jamila. I forgot what I was saying. That was so funny. But whatever. Anyway, they gone, they left the show. So I want to kind of get into because the very end of it, they showed a little clip of next week's episode. And apparently Jared and Charlie are about to have a big blow up. He got some feelings he want to say. I don't know if he's gonna say I ain't feeling her.
No, he said because his exact words what she said. So you were just dragging me along, or something like that. And he was like, "Yeah, that was kind of the plan, or whatever." So he already said he need to tell her his real feelings because the honeymoon stage is over.
Yeah, no. All that means is he got the cat and he's ready to get up out of there. That's all that
Yep.
means. That's it. And so, and also they show, I guess that Chris is working out with what's her name? So I guess they're going to the gym or whatever. So anyway, this was a good recap, girl. I enjoyed it so much. Thank you so much for the I don't know, it wasn't a super chat, it was something. But thank you so much for that in the chat, Abby. Even though you weren't here, girl, it was hilarious. to have
Yes,
you in
I
the
was
chat.
appreciative of your comments because they was good.
Yes, we have over 40 people in the chat watching right now. Do me a favor, guys, and hit that like button. Subscribe to Dina's channel, please. And we'll be back next week, and Evie will be back here again. I think we're gonna be. I'm hoping this is the last episode. So, Love and Marriage Detroit Part 2 comes on tonight, and my girl Chess is gonna be on there. So I will be going live tomorrow to talk about it. I might go live tonight. No, I'm gonna go live tomorrow. So I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go see Sinners tonight. So yes, be back tomorrow live talking about it. I love y'all down. Dina, you got things to say, mama,
Peace
before we
out,
get up out of
y'all.
here? Peace out, y'all.
I'm over it.
I am too. Lord, one more show. One more. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't